Hello, 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 and welcome to another episode of Extinct Bricks Originals. And for this very, very special episode, we are featuring the Quagga project. And here are the winners for Guess PC contest. We have 10 lucky picks. Here they are: Galaxy, Legendary, Limtops Official, Ice Dragon, Rainbow Racer, I Play It Too With Think Because I'm Pro, Oiki Amasa, Victor Gabriel, 30 Mr. Pterosaurus, Amin Lacliffy, Unofficial Jurassic World. Congratulations everyone of our top 10 winners.
Top 10.
Margot,
Top 9.
Dinosaurian,
Top 8.
User,
Top 7.
User BC6,
Top
PM
6.
Zaffy,
Top
Prehistoric
5.
Special,
Top
Love
4.
Group Up-Off,
Top 3.
Photon Todd,
Top 2.
Prehistoric Life,
And Top
and Cretaceous
1.
Bricks. Congratulations everyone, and I'll see you in the next Guesses PC contest. For those of you who'd like to join yourself, just click on the Extinct Bricks icon. It will link you to the Extinct Bricks homepage, and on the homepage just click on the community link to see all our posts. And now on with the making of our Quagga and Zebra. So we have here our two main, base figures that we have, and we've made some modifications to it already. Now we've made some primering on both of the horses, and now that it's dry, now we will be starting to paint. So here are my two zebras all prepped up, and we've already coated it with fresh coat of white. And what we're going to do now is we're going to put on some colors. Alright, so what we'll be using would be some different sizes of brushes over here. We also have acrylics and some water, and of course our handy dandy hair dryer. Alright, so let's start painting. So first we have here some unbleached titanium, and we're going to lightly dry brush it on the top portions of the zebra. We're not going to overdo it because technically we want the white showing out while we're putting on the stripes. So we're just highlighting it on certain areas, such as that of the fronts of the head, some parts of the neck also, and of course the tail and the butt area. So here we first outline the zebra with some pencil, and then carefully we have a fine tip brush here, and we're going to carefully, paint on the stripes where the lines are, like so. I do try to keep the paint quite thin, so that at the end of each of the lines we'll have a fine stripe, like so. There you go. So we're just going to do this for the rest of the stripes, carefully putting in the stripes so that we don't mess up. Because if you do mess up and this is black and that is white, you're gonna have to do it all over again, right? So this is a hold your breath moment for each of the stripes, but we'll get there. So after a few minutes, I would say an hour of doing the stripes, here's what I've got so far. My hands are getting a bit shaky, so I'm going to continue on with this one until we do it on the other side. Probably I'm just going to be painting one zebra, but yeah, so this is where we are at now. We just have to paint on the head and the rest of the body. Okay, so we finished up the stripes on both sides and it took me a while, but now we're going to put some more details on this one. So we have here a mixture of some browns, a little bit of white, and also just a little bit of what do you call that, black, to darken it up. And we're going to add sunburn stripes on the white sides here, just a little bit, just to bring out some colors and also bring in some details on the creature. And that should be just enough to break out the colors of just black and white. Alright. And if you guys think that I'm just going to finish off with just the zebra, well, you thought wrong. I am actually doing the quagga over here, which is the other figure that I made. I wanted to make a the predecessor of the zebra, where we have here the quagga, and there is actually a quagga project that has been rolled out, and I wanted to pay homage to that. I did have a previous quagga from before, but that one was a bit cartoony, and I wanted to update it in terms of how I actually do my new figures here, which is the zebra is quite very similar. So I just have the same base white color over here, and then dry brushed some tones of warm browns and oranges over on the body, and then just place some white stripes to it. Now what we have to do is to place on some darker colors, and so we added in some darker black, or a black color, to the existing colors that we have. And so we just need to paint it on the muzzle of the quagga, so mimicking that of the zebra over here. Like so. And we're also going to paint this same color on the foot pads, or on the hooves of our quagga. Using the same colors here, we're going to create the hooves. And using a black marker over here, and so we're just going to black out the eyes, and then later on we're going to put some catch lights on both of the eyes of the zebras. Hey there everyone, so we're doing things a bit different today, because we're actually describing these two creatures, because I've read that in the Project Quagga they actually use the plain zebra, which is this one, to recreate or reintroduce the quagga into its natural habitat. So a bit of background will be introduced after we've done the closer look on both of these customs. So of course, Moira here will be coming back later on for some size comparison. So we have here our two creatures, and it's actually based off from the plain zebra over here and also the quagga. These are mainly very similar creatures, as you can see here. The plain zebra is, of course, we know this as being black and white stripes, while the quagga would have a distinctive striping pattern to it, and of course it's not black and white. Alright, so we have here our zebra, and as you can see, and also what I did in the in the making of the video would be, I started out with white, of course, and some other darkened portions, and of course created the particular stripes on the zebra, and of course added in some more details to it. And it doesn't move actually, but I'm okay with it because that is how usually Lego horses would be created for. So they're static, and especially for the Friends Lego Friends horses. Also, here is the quagga that I made. I made the quagga before. It's based off from this particular photo. This is my previous quagga, and this is my new quagga. The new quagga is actually more realistic in terms of coloration and striping, while the older one is more of a cartoony and cartoony feel to it. So again, these are very similar in scope. There's not much of a difference. I just created a belly for the zebra, as well as the mane over here on the back section of the head, and of course the tail for both of the creatures that I made. And that's it for the closer look, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and let's now move on to the quick background of the Quagga project. So the Quagga project actually started in 1987, and it is an attempt by a group of dedicated people in South Africa to bring back an animal from extinction and reintroduce it into reserves in its former habitat. Now, DNA analysis has shown that the quagga was not a separate species of the zebra, but in fact, a subspecies of the plain zebra. The quagga formerly inhabited the Karoo and Southern Free State of the South Africa. So, from the zebra, they're hoping that we could introduce the quagga and create, new species, or at least reintroduce the species to its former environment. So, by selected breeding from a selected founder from population of Southern Plain zebras, an attempt is being made to retrieve at least the genes responsible for the quagga's characteristic striping pattern. When the quagga mare at Amsterdam Zoo died in 1883, it was not realized that she was the very last of her kind. Because of the confusion caused by this indiscriminate use of the term quagga for any zebra, the true quagga was hunted to extinction without this being realized until many years later. So we hope that this project pushes through, and that soon enough we'll be seeing more quaggas in the wild. And now let's compare our zebra and our quagga with the actual creature. Here is the picture of the quagga compared to a zebra. They are quite different in terms of size. Actually, the quagga would usually be smaller in size, while the plain zebra would tend to be a bit larger than the quagga. However, for this type of custom, I made the same sizes, because technically the zebra would be or the quagga would be coming from the zebra in terms of how they are actually being bred. So eventually there would be quaggas reintroduced into the into South Africa, and that is mainly because of breeding of certain species of the plain zebra or certain members of the zebra to create our quagga. Alright, so anyway, so let's now compare with other creatures that I've done so far here on the channel. First up, we have our BOHLINIA. Oops, sorry. Alright, so the BOHLINIA is actually my previous custom of a giraffe, and since, you know, I wanted a giraffe species that was quite extinct, you know, so I researched on some species of giraffes that would remotely look like the actual giraffe that we have now, and I did a BOHLINIA out of the giraffe, and the main difference would be, of course, the size as well as the location of the antlers, or I forgot what those are called. Please comment them down below on the comment section. Also, we have here our blueback. So the blueback is a previous, you know, custom of mine. I created this because in the previous video games that I play for Zoo Tycoon 2, the blueback is one of the archaeodactyls that was what do you call that, that was featured in that particular game, and that is alongside the quagga, of course. Also, we have here our Macrochinia. So this one is also one of those that I made from before, and I really like how I did it because it's very simple in terms of coloration, and represents the animal very well. And it also is articulated. It's articulated here on the neck area as well as that of the limbs as well. So yeah. Also, we have here one of our archaeodactyls would be the Cervoxes. So it has the very elaborate antler system on the creature. It's very Bambi-like in terms of color patterns, and yeah, so please check out the video, guys, on this one. It's one of those cool megafauna creatures that I've made in this channel. Also, we have here another old but goodie what do you call that, custom of mine. This is the MEGALOCEROS. So what I like here with this MEGALOCEROS is that it has this neck to head articulation to it, so it has a lot of movement in terms of from head and neck area. It doesn't have, you know, articulations on the body because I used the reindeer for this one. So nonetheless, this is our MEGALOCEROS. Please check out the video, guys. I'm going to put it on the description box below. And lastly, we have here our Civatherium. Also, the Civatherium is actually one of those creatures featured in Zoo Tycoon 2. One of my favorite games from before, and so now we have the archaeodactyls from the extinct expansion of that game, which is the Civatherium, our quagga, and also the blueback over here. Yeah, so that's it for the size comparisons, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. Let's now move along to the next portion of this video. And this is Extinct Breed Species Roll Call, and we have here all of the species that I've shown you here so far on this particular video. And if you do have other you know, suggested species that you'd like to see here on Extinct Breeds, then please do comment them down below. I do read them up, and if I feel that it is something that we can include on the channel, then please do so, and comment them down below. Also, Moira here would like to remind you guys that all that you see here is actually available in our Extinct Breeds playlist over here. but I'll also be placing in individual links of all of these specific creatures that we see here so that you won't have to go through all 400 and plus videos that I've shown you here so far. Oops, let's not forget this one, of course. And let's start with our Extinctrix PC roll call. Let's start from this side, shall we? We have here our Extinctrix Cibaterium, our Extinctrix Soulboxes, our Extinctrix BOHLINIA, our Extinctrix Bluebuck, our Extinctrix Macronichea, and our Extinctrix MEGALOCEROS. And that's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and of course this is our featured creatures here, our plain zebra and our Quagga. And that's it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and if you do, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you'll be aware of all our video uploads and what's happening on our community channel. And yeah, so that's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and we'll see you on the next. Bye. Also, please do not forget to support our other channels, CB Toy Universe and The Adventures of Moira and Dasher. Also, please do watch videos from Uncle Mike's Kitchen. Please subscribe and don't forget to share with your friends, guys. And as we always would say, let your inner dino brick roar! Thanks, everyone! Bye!